Anyways,
Yeah.
10-6.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah. Did you do your
World of Warcraft?
Are you gonna do the intro?
Well,
yeah,
obviously
Jim,
all this stuff's not going in, so I haven't even started
That's
yet.
what I'm saying.
Jim,
but then
what
we're
are you
in
doing?
10.26. We're gonna jump right into it. Don't you want to do the intro first? I mean, you don't have to. You can just add the intro in after.
3, 2, 1.
Prepare for battle, we're diving into a world unknown where legends begin. Jim, Christine, and Brian guiding the way. In Azeroth we'll conquer, there's no time to delay. Server restarted, we're ready to play. Join us now as we fight day after day. From dungeons to raids, we'll conquer it all. In the world of Warcraft, we'll never fall. Server restarted, Jim. Can't you hear the call?
So welcome
Welcome
back.
back.
Welcome back. Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody.
It's another episode of Server Restart In. Thank you for your patience for us taking a week off. Things have been kind of crazy. You have, if this is your first time, this is Server Restart In. It is a World of Warcraft podcast hosted by 3 opinionated players
Weekly.
who like to get together to discuss their thoughts about the current state of the game. My name is Jim. I'm joined by Kristen and Brian.
Hello.
And what is tickling your funny bone?
You said it's a World of Warcraft podcast, and I said it's a weekly World of Warcraft podcast. 'Cause
Usually.
you usually say it's a
Life has
weekly.
been busy. I've been doing brick work. Brian's been getting mouth work.
I've been doing schoolwork.
Yeah. So
Oh, it's a work.
work.
Peon time.
Well, pee on who?
No.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh.
You're
sorry.
funny.
Anyway,
Oh my god.
so today it is Pi Day for us, March 13th,
Yay.
March 14th.
Oh, I
I'm an
didn't
idiot.
realize it was Pie Day.
Yeah.
Why didn't we have pie today? Aw, we missed the boat on that one.
I know what I'm doing when we're done. So
Pie.
going to the store and buying pie.
Hi.
I could have went a totally different
I
direction.
know you could have. That's why I specified.
Thanks for specifying. that.
Anyway,
You still go to the store and
We
get
are-
it too, I guess.
we're halfway through the 10th anniversary of Hearthstone.
Oh yeah.
halfway
so-
already?
It's done on the 18th.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
So-
Log
Did that-
in.
Okay, well, let's start. It sucks. I hate it.
All right.
Yeah, me too.
So there is not a lot to do in World of Warcraft for it. You need to log into Hearthstone, and then you'll be able to get the Fiery Hearth Steed mount for World of Warcraft.
Oh, I did that.
Yep. So you have to close everything out, log into Hearthstone, log into WoW, you'll have it. There are
And FYI, I logged into Hearthstone, and I've spent 30 hours in it in the last week.
Did you really?
Yes.
I did not. I logged in and
It's
then
playing
logged back
Battlegrounds.
out.
I got addicted to Battlegrounds again, so...
Yeah.
I
did
haven't
not.
done it in a while, so
No. I
but
I logged in and then immediately logged right back out. It's like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
So that's what you get for that. In World of Warcraft, there are 3 zones, one inside of Stormwind, one right outside of Orgrimmar, and one in Valdrakken. You should get a thing in your mailbox to kind of send you to the person who you complete the quest. She gives you a starter pack of Hearthstone cards, which then you can sit at a table and then play them, or you can talk to the shady dealer and get some other ones that you can stand near and just throw them on to kind of fuck up the game of the people that are playing.
Oh, wait, it fucks it up?
Well, it throws a random mob on somebody's side. So people could get benefits from
I
it.
just sit there and spam throwing them on people.
Well, that also counts for completing the quest.
Yeah.
Where you play 5 cards and all that stuff. And then every hour, I think they've kind of changed it now so that at all 3 locations, a portal will spawn.
Yeah, that's kind of nice.
And there'll be 3 boss-ish mobs to kill that will drop loot, which includes the pet Sarge, which is a mouse, which I haven't got yet.
Oh, I got it.
Very
That was
nice.
the first thing I got. Yeah.
The Compass Rose mount, which is it's the Hearthstone symbol, like circle thing, but it's basically like the flying cloud, or like the mage disc mount that you stand on, and it's a circle. There's several transmogs,
They're really
a
phoning
tabard,
it in
a
on
hat,
those mounts, aren't
and a belt. Well, I mean, it is like the Hearthstone logo, so I mean, it is. I don't know.
they? Yeah, I get
there's
it.
a Hearthstone, the stone of the hearth. There is and then there's a 36 slot bag. So
I've yet to-
that's what you can get. You can farm it multiple times. It's every hour. You just kind of sit there and do it. Get the drops, that kind of stuff.
It was varied. The times were varied, weren't they?
They were, because it wasn't always guaranteed. I think it
That's
was.
annoying.
I think it was a random location where it would spawn at. Maybe
Okay,
at first,
so-
maybe because it was fucked up. I don't know. They had like.
No, that's what they made it sound like. It was bugged or something.
Well,
But now they all spawn on the hour
Yeah.
in all 3 locations.
yeah,
which
I like
means
that.
which means you can just stay there. You don't
Yeah.
have to try and do them all, because it's the
Yes.
same shit.
But if you're trying to nail the time once an hour, it sucks. I've missed it so many times because
Wait,
I can't
doesn't it
time
start
the
on
hour.
the hour?
It's at the top of the hour. It's
The
and
top-
what he's saying is that
They
he-
could have
he
done
just
Valdraken at
misses.
the top, in Stormwind and Orgrimmar at the bottom of the hour, or something like that.
He's saying because in case you miss one, you have an opportunity. You don't have to wait a full hour again. What's happening is he tries to get to one, misses it by a couple of minutes, and then
And it's mostly because of
has to
stuff
wait.
in the mornings, getting ready for work, dropping off kids, getting done with work, or around lunchtime even. Like today, I thought about it, missed it. Damn it. This morning, I got on, and I did it, didn't get anything except a stupid card.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I think I tried to do it, missed it, and so I'm like, you know what, I don't care now.
yeah,
It's so short. It's so short. Like the boss fights,
a couple
the
minutes.
3,
Oh, yeah.
the 2 bosses and the main boss. Yeah, it's like a total of 3 minutes and maybe 5 minutes before the portal opens.
Yeah, so at 6:05 or like at 5 after the hour is when they'll start spawning, and then like depending on how many people there, it'll just drop. And
Yeah,
it
just
should be
go
more often.
more.
Maybe if enough complaints happen in the next couple of days or something like that, they'll tweak it. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a me problem, but like I thought for sure that when they meant it was varied or whatever,
It
like
was
you could actually
initially.
go somewhere and it
Well,
would be there.
Apparently, at the beginning, it was just constantly spawning in Stormwind, just constantly, just kind of like when like the Diablo 4 thing when the Treasure Goblin portals were spawning, like there was a spot where like they just kept coming, and like they're not supposed to spawn that often. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
so, yeah, so that's out there. There's some achievements for like if you collect 10 different cards, which you can get cards from killing the bosses too. At 10, you get the game table, and then 21, you just get a Hearthstone card collector achievement, which I think it's kind of shitty to not make it a bit more of a higher drop rate for this
Mhm.
stuff, because you're only putting it out there for a fucking week. It's like you're not gonna have it. This is like a one-time chance. Unless
What
The-
do you get for it?
you get the game table that you can put down that people can sit down and play with the cards you collected, and then you get an achievement. So I mean, it's just like you tie things to like short-term things. It's kind of a pain in the butt if you're not going to make.
Yeah, I don't like FOMO at all.
If you're not going to make them higher drop rates. It's one thing if it's like you could expect to do it like 4 or 5 times and get it, because then you could do it like once a day throughout the week and be fine. But like if you got to sit there and do it like 4 or 5 times a day, you know what I mean? That gets kind of blah. So, but that's out. So by the time this comes out, it'll probably be the end of it anyway. It'll probably be over because this will be out on the 18th. So yeah, it'll be over. So if you missed it, sorry. But,
Yeah.
Oh well.
yeah,
It's
I do
unfortunate.
like the idea of collecting cards in the game.
yeah.
I kind of wish that was a thing a little bit.
It'd be nice if they made them so that, like, you know how you get like enchantment transmogs or like music scrolls and stuff like that for your garrison from different
Mhm.
things. Add in Hearthstone collections cards
Let me tell you,
that you
I'm
can.
gonna pull a reference from Ultima Online, so bear with
Oh
me.
God, this shit again.
So Ultima Online had taverns where there would be, I think, chess, checkers, and something else, another board game. And so, and remember, this is a 1996 game online, and so you could go there. You double click on the board when if you sit down in the tavern. You click on the board, it will open up a little UI, and you just drag and drop the pieces. And so someone else can sit there, double click the board, and drag and drop their pieces. But it's totally up to you to do it, just like a regular board game type of thing. So instead of trying to make Hearthstone as Hearthstone is, imagine just having the cards and then being able to play a game yourself
The problem is they
in
didn't. Yeah.
Warcraft.
I mean, at that point, then why even launch Hearthstone?
I mean, because it's fast paced. It's a fast pace. It's definitely not a traditional like CCG, right?
Yeah.
It's not like it's so fast paced. There's no paper material to it. Even like Magic, what I've noticed, like getting back into Magic the Gathering, is that the two online game systems. There's one called Magic Online. And there's one called Magic Arena. They're all very fast paced. It's not like we play
Yeah.
in person. It's very slow paced and to a certain extent, right? And then it's you get the vibe there is a little bit better. So I would think there could be a difference there. But imagine like I don't know. I mean, I know it would be one of those like, that's not going to happen. But man, what a thought! And just having the cards drop off of bosses too.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I mean, Final Fantasy has that triple triad. Like I've
Yes.
played a lot of
Yes.
triple
Yeah,
triad
it's
in Final
essentially like
Fantasy.
that. I mean, you could make it. You could simplify the game to the point where it is like it is
Don't
right
let
now.
them simplify it. They'll
No,
dumb
well,
it
it's
down.
already simplified, right? It's like
No, it very much is. Yeah, it very much is. It's definitely not that
no,
complex.
no. I mean the version that's in WoW
Oh,
right
that's
now,
just-
where you sit at the game table. It's like you have 2, 3, 4, and 5. You can play a normal card, a rare card, a epic card, and a
I
legendary
mean, do you
card.
get to pick your decks?
No, it's a random thing from what you have collected, right?
So that's dumb.
Right. It's not.
No, it's funny because the thing looks awesome, right?
Yeah,
It
it
looks
does
really
look
cool.
very cool.
'Cause it
I
comes
do.
out on
The implementation
like
is
that.
fucking terrible.
Let me tell you why it looks like shit. I'm a giant ass
No.
fucking Tauren, and I can't
No,
see
it
half the
doesn't-
fucking table.
Yeah.
I sit down and like I can't see what I have on the right side because my fucking shit's right there. And I'm like, I can't click on it. I can't
Yeah,
have
no,
nothing.
yours looks terrible, but the implementation of it fucking sucks. It's like
Okay.
there's nothing you can't even like. There's nothing visible to see. You just click and wait and click and wait, and it's like, why even do this?
It was just meant to be a simple system, I think, to just kind
No,
of.
I
know
know.
it's a shitty way to do it. You know, maybe
It's one of those things like you shouldn't like tug at the heartstrings of certain things. You know what I mean? Just for the sake of doing something that checks a box somewhere. That is the thing I hate about how
Well-
they do some of this shit.
I mean, maybe if there is enough feedback from it, it's like, well, maybe make this into
No.
more of a game.
There's
like-
a portal up,
won't.
by the way. If anybody wanted to
I'm
log in, and
Sorry, we're doing.
I'm just
Brian,
Brian,
just-
Brian, you
sorry
got
about-
3 minutes.
got
You got
yeah.
three minutes.
No, I'm gonna respect the gym.
No, you can.
The-
She
the
is.
laws of
I
gym.
am.
No, it's
I
okay.
It's not the laws of Jim. God
the
damn
laws
it.
of Jim. Respect the laws of Jim.
I just have stuff on my main screen. I can't just launch the game.
No. I really don't even want to log in, to be honest with you. So
All right. So, anyway, another thing that happened today was we got an announcement for when 10.2.6 is going to come out. It will be coming out March 19th, so the day after this comes out. Obviously, we timed it that way. Um,
Oh
So,
god.
all they have
And
said,
a hot load of speculation to go on top of
all
it. too.
they have said is that mark your calendars for March 19th when 10.2.6 content update goes live with a bold new limited time event. You won't want to miss out on the fun, and it's also important to note that Dragonflight Season 4 will go live several weeks after. So Season 4 will be several weeks after.
Because they're suggesting that the limited time is between Tuesday
Well,
and then
who the
season 4.
fuck knows what the limited time is?
That was kind of
maybe.
annoying.
I don't know. But if you go to the World of Warcraft page where the news thing,
Hearthstone game permanent, and wow, we hope you liked it.
well, it is permanent because you have the table.
Well,
Oh,
if you
is
get
it?
the
I thought it
table.
was.
If you
How do you
collect,
get the table again?
if you collect 10 cards and get the achievement for, let me see what the achievement was. The achievement was Hearthstone Beginner. Where you
I have
collect,
that.
then you should have
Oh.
a toy Hearthstone game table.
Oh no, I
Oh,
have no.
okay.
I'm not. I'm one card away.
So that gives you, so that allows you to keep playing it. So
Wait, can I just buy them at the wild one?
no,
Oh.
the shady
You
dealer.
buy it on the
Yeah, the
shop.
shady dealer.
Those are cards that you can throw at
Oh,
somebody's
yeah,
game
but you don't
table.
get 'em.
Those aren't like the cards that you collect.
Do you get repeats of those cards?
I've never seen a repeat.
Okay.
So
Well,
you-
maybe this next time I'll get the Hearthstone.
Yeah,
I want the Hearthstone table.
okay. Anyway,
I would like.
what
that.
I was going to say.
What's the cooldown on it?
Oh my god.
Well, you know they have a cooldown on it because they put cooldowns on everything.
20-minute cooldown.
Oh my god.
I don't know how long it stays up. It's not like you play a game and it goes away. You put it out and you sit down at it. It's like that table there.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
They should make ones where you could drink. Like have a tavern table or something. Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry. It was just word vomit.
oh my god, 10.2.6 on the Blizzard site with the news. You're killing Brian. He's dying.
Oh, it's you. Your response to it. I can't handle it.
It's like we're trying to talk about something.
She's so sweet and innocent, and she's just asking questions about the thing that you want her to be excited about.
It's,
And he's like, oh.
the problem is that the questions come 20 minutes
know.
after we've had the discussion. It's like they just pop and they like she doesn't think about it, they just come out of her mouth. And it's I don't mean it like in a bad way. It's just like it pops into her brain and she speaks it. And it's just like regardless of what we're talking about, it's just all of it, it's a derailment.
Yeah, sorry.
That's been 4 years of this podcast.
Yeah. I mean,
Is constant derailment.
yeah.
So
Perfect.
Yeah.
which is fine. Not scripted, don't care.
It's fine.
Anyway,
It's fine.
any more thoughts?
No.
No, because you're killing a boss. All right.
Yes.
If you look at the icon that they've posted now on the World of Warcraft site for the news, it is definitely a pirate flag with a skull with a patch and a sword through it. I mean, and the background image they used, pretty sure that's fucking Freehold.
Is it? That's what I was wondering because
That-
in the background
it's-
you can see mountains that looks exactly like
It's
BFA.
either Freehold, the dungeon, or it's the arena. And oh my god, no. That's the fucking place where you fight the fucking turtle. That's the like a little when you do Freehold the dungeon and you go in to and you have to catch the pig and fight the turtle, Ludwig. That was totally awesome. And then you fight the guy with the shark fists.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, I don't remember any of that.
Do you remember Freehold the dungeon?
Oh yeah, no, that's the arena. Okay, the arena
Yeah.
area before you go to
That's
last
what
boss.
that is. That's what that fucking is. That's the bridge where all the fireworks and shit come on. That's where they fucking walk out. That's what it's going to be. That we are going to have a fucking Brawlers Guild type arena shit in Freehold where we fight pirate shit. That's what it's going to be. That's exactly what that's going to be. That's what that's a
And
picture of.
How many times have you done the Brawlers Guild?
Every time it's been up.
Yeah. Same.
Really?
Yeah.
I've completed it every time.
Yeah.
Every time
Oh,
there's
I think
been
I've
one.
done it like 2 or 3 times. That's it ever.
I've maxed out. I've got the mount from each
Yep.
time, all the transmog gear and stuff. I have worked my way up every time I get into it.
So is this something exciting then for you?
The Brawlers Guild isn't
If that's
bad.
the case,
The
Okay.
Brawlers Guild's not bad. I mean,
but measure it against the hype.
so I don't know if this is going to be a Brawlers Guild type
Right?
thing.
No. I'm saying if it was, measure it against the hype.
If this was just a Brawlers Guild there, I don't know if I would think that was worth the hype.
Yeah, I
You
think
know,
people be pissed.
but if it is some sort of like insane like arena type event where it's like you can form groups and do it or queue for it or something like that, and it's like, I don't know. I honestly don't.
I mean, it'd have to be something though that.
But that's
kind
where
of
that is.
reflects.
That's exactly where that is. I mean, we've done Freehold enough. I know that that's Freehold. And I know exactly where in that fucking dungeon that is.
It'd have to reflect something about where we're at and where we're going in terms of the game, right? Like
I don't know.
it's such an odd piece to cut, or the system has to be something that they're going to adapt in the future, right? Like here's a sneak peek of something.
I
Like
don't know.
they may not even say it, and it might be something in the future they want to be using. Kind of like, I mean, dragon flying or dynamic flying, following dragon flying, right?
It could be. I don't know. But I don't know. I have no idea what the intent behind this is. I don't know if, because the Brawlers Guild has always been a limited time event. Right.
Was there any additional like lore around
No.
Freehold?
Well, so it doesn't have anything to do with the Blood Sail Pirates. It doesn't have anything to do with the normal pirates from Classic. It's all shit that's related to fucking to BFA as far as I remember, because it's you know, it's like, because remember how the Horde,
Because it's like it's like Tortuga, right? Isn't it basically what it is? Tortuga, like the
in
Tortuga being like the free.
it's like
what
in
is
Pirates
it?
of the Caribbean. Is that what you're talking about? Like where all the pirates
Yeah.
gather, and it's kind of like,
Yeah,
I think I don't remember if there were other pirate factions there like in game, because it was a dungeon. but-
Freehold has traditionally served as a haven for pirates, scoundrels, and those who wish to live free of Colteran control. Now the Iron Tide Raiders have brought the city under their harsh rule and are coercing the various pirate crews under their banner. While the pirates gather, a small group of heroes must infiltrate the town and eliminate their leadership to dissolve the growing alliance of cutthroats.
Okay, so when we went through there, we basically got rid of the Iron Tide, right? Is that what it was? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
So we basically said, no, you don't get to unionize. And I don't know, it was forced unionization under one banner when they didn't intend to. It's intended to be it's freehold, like Freeport. It's like a neutral thing where all pirates
Yeah.
can go. It's like Black Sails, right? The main town in Black Sails, which we need to finish watching. That's such a good fucking show.
We do need to finish what?
Wait, what is it?
Black Sails?
Black Sails.
It's basically Black Sails is basically a story of the pirates that leads up to Treasure Island.
fucking amazing. It's really
If
good.
you
It's a
haven't
good
watched
show.
it, it's
Watch
such a
it.
good
Yeah.
fucking pirate show.
Yeah, it's very good.
Oh, I love pirate shit.
Yeah,
it's very
watch it.
it's very graphic. It's very adult, so it's not something for your kids to watch.
Like sexy pirates.
they're-
Yes.
Well, I mean, they're pirates, so they're dirty as fuck, but they also
they
hang out.
They
in
hang out in a
whorehouses.
whorehouse, so
So,
you know,
I mean-
there's lots of nudity.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's got like Long John Silver in there before he had a peg leg and all that stuff. I mean, it's all the stuff that leads
Very
up to
cool.
like
Same guy
Treasure
that created
Island.
the franchise.
No, not the fucking fish place. You
Man,
son
that
of
took you a
bitch.
minute, didn't it?
No, I am like, he did not just make a fucking fish joke.
I
Where
miss
is Captain D in it too?
Captain D's.
these nuts.
Oh,
Oh, no.
man.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I have to watch this.
Every
I've
time
had a
you
huge
hear
itch to go back and
D's,
play Assassin's Creed Black Flag just because of like the pirate theme
Have you played Sea
in
of
that game
Thieves?
as well.
oh my God, Sea of Thieves is terrible.
She hates it.
A few times.
I
hate it.
liked it.
I hate it because it doesn't. You can't not do PvP, and I don't like PvP. So
You just find a dead server.
if you could
Well,
make your own
it's fairly
server,
light PvP though. That's what I liked
don't-
about it.
Yeah, I don't. If I'm
Because
doing
I was picking a guy
something-
off from my boat. I would sail like next to a little island, and this one guy went out, and I was like picking him off.
Yeah,
Dick.
Like, he was
that's
getting
why
attacked, and
I don't want to be out there doing something, and somebody's like, "Oh, now I'm gonna ruin
Yeah.
your fun."
well, definitely
know?
like I tried playing by myself, and it wasn't fun at all.
You have to. You can only
Um,
do it with a small boat. It's hard.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
can't do a full
But
boat.
the sailing and the water, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
dude.
I would be.
I enjoyed that.
I would try it if there were other people playing. I was playing with one of our other friends.
Yeah, I mean, if we were
Recently.
just to go out and kind of fuck around, and if our fun gets ruined, we
'Cause-
just stop, and then we go play Helldivers.
Because I can't return it.
I need to
because
buy Helldivers.
I bought
Me
Sea
too.
of Thieves before I realized that it was a PvP game, and then I left it all night
She just left there
on the
running. She
on
didn't
the
log
screen.
out and close
I didn't.
the game.
I didn't realize that I
Oh.
didn't, and so I used up my 2 hours, so I couldn't return it. And I'm like, "Fuck, man."
Oh,
Hey,
that's-
hey, let me
that
tell you
sucks.
this right now. Helldivers is worth buying because she likes it.
That's
Oh
crazy.
yeah, Helldivers is awesome.
The fact that it's a fucking shooter extractor and
It is.
she's like into it.
It is much better with mouse and keyboard for me than controller. I tried it with controller, and I was really, really, really bad. I mean, I'm still terrible. I'm not good, but it is fun enough that I can go in. Like, I literally went in and was doing missions on my own, right? Like, I went down and I was grinding stuff on my own.
Mhm.
And Jim was like, "Are you playing Helldivers?" And I was like, "Yeah." And so he jumped in and was playing with me. And the only reason I haven't been this week is I have an exam coming up on Monday, so I've been studying. But let me tell you, when I am no longer having to study, I'm gonna spam the hell out of that because I really was enjoying it. I was having so much fun. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
done.
I'll have to get it.
Yeah, yeah.
it'll be fun.
Oh my god, it would be so
It'd
much
be fun
fun.
to do like a special episode.
Helldivers episode.
Yeah.
Let's do
But-
it. Wild Divers.
Wild Divers. Yeah.
World of Helldivers.
All right. So that's what 1026 is. We don't have anything out about it.
I like that.
We don't know what is coming up.
No, that we don't know what was going on with it. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's really cool.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, I like that we actually have something to speculate on
Yeah.
now.
Well,
An image.
the choice of the background, even though it's blurred, it's like it's recognizable. If you've done that dungeon enough times, like especially we did doing keys and shit like
Yep.
that, you fucking
Mhm.
know what that is.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, and it's
Oh,
just
I
like
hate that so much. If you know, you know. It's like, oh my god,
Yeah.
okay.
so. Yeah, so that's it has something to do with Freehold, which is why the fucking pirate flag is there. Whether or not it's like pirate centric, it probably is, but maybe this will give us a chance to use our Bloodsail Admiral title.
Oh, that would be cool. If they gave you a if there was something
Some benefit for like all the
Yeah.
shit you fucking did. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be cool. So that's
A bold new limited time event.
which means that it's a testing ground for something they want to put in later, and that's fine. I think
I'm
if
okay
they're
with that.
if they're gonna put
Player housing in the pirate city.
what's that?
Player housing in the pirate city or
Mhm.
pirate town or pirate whatever. I mean, if we're gonna like, I'm just gonna throw it out there and see if it happens.
Oh! Breaking news! I didn't read this shit. So they had
Uh-oh.
some hot fixes that came out for the Hearthstone event. So they fixed a bug where it's possible to complete the encounter and not receive Trading Pros credit, whatever. You can collect missing cards by using the Hearthstone game board table to defeat others in a friendly game. You will be able to continue to get card drops after that, meaning you will still be able to finish out that achievement for collecting the cards
Oh, that's nice.
even after the event is finished.
Oh,
And if you
good.
don't have the table, you can have a friend, you can play, and you can get it and get the table that way. The event duration has been extended for 96 hours, and now it will end on March 22nd instead of the 18th. And for the remainder of the event, the boss portal will open every 30 minutes.
Yay.
That's
that was an hour and a
Okay.
half ago that got announced. So, with hotfixes coming soon. So, I don't know when
I'll
that's.
do it. I'll get it this weekend. That's what I'm going to do because I
don't
really
know.
did want to.
It's the hotfix
I was
has to
trying to
come
get
out
to
soon.
it.
So yeah, but every half hour though, that's a little bit better.
Yeah.
You know
No,
what I
that
mean?
is
It's
better.
like, and you can still
when
stay.
does it? When does that start?
That
now?
came out an hour and a half ago, and it says hot fixes soon. So either the next day or two.
Oh, okay.
I don't
'Cause-
know if the hot fixes got pushed yet.
Yeah, because
but-
I was gonna say it's still every hour right now.
Yeah. So it makes it a little bit easier to get the stuff. So I had this open. I hadn't actually read it because I'm dumb. But so one of the big things that come up. This is kind of one of the main things I
One
wanted
of
to
the
talk about.
Big.
And this
thing.
is season 4 shit.
dun dun dun.
So with season 4 coming out, they're making changes to dungeons.
What do you mean?
They are changing.
He doesn't know.
She doesn't know. This is going to be great.
Wait,
This was
what?
big fucking news.
What?
They talked about it. She missed it in Discord because they tagged her in it. She hasn't seen any of this.
Oh no!
Wow.
Really? They tagged me in it? And
Yes.
I was studying.
I understand.
These are good changes. This is going to
So,
make
this
season
is-
4 really.
Is this gonna make me happy?
I don't know. We'll see. This will be a good, clean, honest reaction from Kristen, so you'll get whatever. So
Okay.
they're making changes.
Authentic raw F blizzards.
They are making
Yeah.
changes. So normal dungeons, no changes. Heroic dungeons. The difficulty of heroic dungeons will be bumped up to be essentially what current Mythic Zeros are. They will remain queuable, but will drop the equivalent of Mythic Zero loot without Mythic anything, right? Mythic dungeons are being changed to. They're bumping up the difficulty to start at like what Mythic 10 currently is, right?
Wait, what?
Okay, Mythic Dungeon, a Mythic 0
It's gonna be a mythic 10.
is going to be the current difficulty of a Mythic 10 will drop Mythic 10 level loot, no timer, no affixes.
Oh.
Mythic Zeros. Mythic Dungeons will now be 2 to 10 instead of 2 to 20 for like the achievement scaling, right?
I
So-
see. Okay, so a mythic 0 is a 10, so if you do a 12, it's like, or 2, it's like a 12.
So okay, it's a weird
I think
scaling
they
thing.
squished it, didn't they?
They squished.
Well, no, I mean, I think
well,
that's
they
right,
did
though.
squish it, right? Because right now we go Mythic 0 to Mythic
2.
20 is kind of like the for time stuff, right? So now a heroic will basically be what a Mythic 0 is now. So that means heroics will be
Viable.
more viable than just doing them to get a thing, whatever. You'll get decent gear, but it won't have any like mythic stuff. Mythic 0 will be essentially what a Mythic 10 is now.
That is not
With-
gonna be good for some people who can't do mythic 10s.
But the gear levels are going up. So you'll be going up and
Yeah, but
it's intended to not have like right now it's like you have these why do a 17 when you can just do a 16 to get the same stuff, right? They're condensing them to only be 2 through 10.
so then now why do a
Okay,
8
so
when
hold
you
on.
can do a
Is
7?
it actually equivalent to a 10 though?
They're saying that
Versus
yes.
so if you look at the scale, it looks like it would be equivalent. But I thought like it was just squishing the
the
timeline
difficulty.
of
It's
the difficulties.
it's saying that the Mythic 0 if you're doing a Mythic 0, it would be like doing a Mythic 10 right now. When you first start
So the same amount of affixes and stuff like that.
No affixes on Mythic 0. No affixes, no timer.
No. Yes, we're talking about Mythic Plus though at that point, right?
Yes.
That's what
a
I'm talking
Mythic
about.
0 has no timer, no affix, right?
Right.
And the mob difficulty and the boss difficulty will be like the damage levels that they do in a Mythic 10. But that's it, right? So it's going to be like if you were to, like, if you went from season 2 to 3 and you jumped into a Mythic 10, that would be like going from season 3 to 4 and jumping into a Mythic 0, right?
Right.
Like if you're high enough geared at the end of the season, the next season, you can jump in past
Quicker.
a 10 to
Yeah, you
start,
get in
right?
quicker. Yeah.
So now it's going to be they're making it so that, you know, you can choose or
Yeah, but at the same time, it's going to make you feel bad, right? Because, okay, so look at, right? The elite of the elite, right? Do Mythic 30s, right?
Yep. A Mythic 10 is going to be equivalent to a 20. So that'll be like them doing 15s.
Oh yeah, and not to mention that the heroic dungeons are going to drop 476.
Yes. And they're basically heroic
And Mythic Zeros are going to drop 493s. So like we're going to be more well in gear.
The max level is going to be 522. That's
Yeah.
like top
I'm just
tier
saying
Mythic.
that like
Yeah.
the difference in eliminating Mythic Plus, or, you know what I mean, moving it back, like
I wish they
I don't
would,
think it's going to be a wall there.
I wish they would get rid of the timers in all of them.
I know you do. I don't think that's going to happen.
I
I
wish
mean,
they would.
technically, you don't have to worry about the timer necessarily, do you?
Well, no, but if you want to push keys, you do.
If you want to,
I think that the
If
time.
you wanna
I think that
advance
the
the key,
limiter
yes.
should be. I mean, no matter what the timer is, there are some places where you can't. We've done it before. There are places that you just have to leave because even if you're not worrying about the timer, you can't get past a specific boss. So I feel like that is the limiter, and timers are obsolete. We don't have leaderboards. You know, that timers are
They really
obsolete.
they really could redo timers into something more like
They don't need timers.
dungeon related.
Yeah, they don't need timers. Like, because you're either going to be able to complete the dungeon or you're not. And it doesn't matter. Like, we've had a couple, we've done a couple of those dungeons where it's like, we did it for like hours, right? And we never got past a specific boss because we just did not have the capability to do it, right? So no matter what, you're not going to progress past that boss. You're not, you know what I mean? So I feel like the timer doesn't matter.
So let me
in
ask you
that.
this: are they bumping raids at all? Then? Oh well, raids
no.
are getting their own treatment, aren't they?
Yeah, raids are getting basically like the faded raid stuff,
Yeah.
which
I like the faded raid stuff.
yeah, we're gonna have that again. I don't know if it's gonna be cyclical or if it's gonna be do any raid. It's probably gonna be this week is this raid, this week is this raid, this week
It's
is
kind of
this raid.
exciting because I hope that like they overpower us, and it's
Yeah,
just
that'd
kind
be
of fun
nice.
to obliterate shit until the expansion ends.
That would be
Eventually
fun.
it will be. So the way they're doing it now is that affixes are going to be the +2 is going to be where you get your fortified and tyrannical, just like it currently is. +5 is when the first one is. +10 is where the second one is. So currently, right now, is you get your second one at a +14, but this would be like if you didn't get your second affix until you were doing a +20. And you didn't get your first affix till a 10. Right? So right now you get your first affix at a 7, your second affix at a 14. In the new system, it would be 5 and 10. So you're not getting a second affix until you're at like a equivalent of 20s. So they are kind of removing some of that stuff away from that as well. So they're, you know, and it's a smaller range of keystones, easier to find groups because it's more meaningful progression between each level, they say. So essentially that means now probably you have to do a 10 to get the whatever. They're making changes to the flight zone stuff to kind of be in line with that kind of stuff. And whatnot. So an aspect crest will be available on any mythical difficulty from 6 up. So that's, I think, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it's It's not.
I
Gonna,
like it. I'm actually excited because that kind of gives me something to look forward to
well,
doing.
it means that you
hopefully.
can just do heroics. Now, we can't do heroics because you have to fucking queue for them.
Yeah, that
And
sucks.
if they don't fix the fucking cross-faction queuing
Yeah, F Blizzard.
for that shit, then what's the fucking point?
Yep.
If your mythic group is made up of cross-faction group, you can't queue up and just spam heroics to just fucking gear up real quick.
Yep.
And you can't do mythic zeros because you can only do that once.
They're still weekly. Yeah.
So
So that's annoying. So
F Blizzard. F Blizzard right in there.
unless that comes out like a secret thing or whatever. But so that's like the big thing that's coming out with season 4. It'll be interesting to see. It's going to be the original 8 Dragonflight dungeons, most likely. That hasn't been specifically said, but all Dragonflight dungeons are being updated, and that's because, and the only reason they say that is because those are the current ones. Those are the ones that are in the heroic queue, and those are the ones that have a mythic 0. Because no other dungeon has a mythic 0. No other dungeon is in the heroic queue once you're max level. So they don't think that necessarily limits it to that, but it's usually just been 8 keys. 8 different keys. So most likely it's going to be just those 8 dungeons. People are like, oh, that's what it means. And I'm like, that doesn't mean that. You're fucking misreading. There's absolutely nothing that has specifically said that.
It's cool. I like it. I think it's even normal dungeons with the follower dungeons, and they're at 460. That's great. That's like you level up to max level and go nuts.
Go nuts.
And follow dungeons.
Yeah, because what? Mythic 2, what was Mythic 2 doing? That's going to be dropping 496 gear from... That's the item level it drops. It doesn't say what
Vault
the vault...
has 509.
Doesn't say what... Oh, yeah, the vault will drop 509. So, for a Mythic 2 to be at 496, what it drops, and we're like 470s, 480s, that's not going to be that bad. You know, plus the vault will be like way higher. So, like, you'll be getting rewards. I think that'll bump it up and stuff like that. Change is different, especially when they make changes to how, like, a lot of these things, when you're used to a way a system works and stuff like that, it's going to be different. They're changing. It's going to be different. But it's whether or not it kind of we can always copy characters over when they put it on the PTR and try doing some keys over there.
Oh, we could do that.
And see how it feels. Because it will be on the PTR shortly after 10.2.6 comes out. So that's why there's several weeks between when 10.2.6 goes out and Season 4 goes live. Because everything for Season 4 is going to be in 10.2.6. But they're not putting it on the PTR until 10.2.6 comes out because they want secret stuff. With Freehold, which we already figured out because we're super smart. So we probably should do that. We should probably get everybody together and go try them out and see what it's like, you know, because we can copy our characters over to the PTR. Excuse me. They'll be geared like we normally are. So we'll be able to see kind of how it's going to be going into it. That was an unfortunate knockback.
You saw that, huh?
I did.
That's because the rogue ran in.
What dungeon is that?
The solar one in Warlord, sorry.
Yeah.
The rogue ran in without the tank, and I was trying to heal him, and then the things all came to me, and I was like...
It's the part where you got to run through the wind.
Yeah.
And you run the whole thing, and she got up to the top, and she got knocked back down, and then had to run all the way around again.
Oh, the spiral thing or the spire or whatever?
Yeah. Spires of Iraq or whatever.
Yeah.
That was funny. So, so that's kind of like the last big thing that came out. It's interesting to see an iteration on it. And season 4 is the time for it, right? Because it's not, there's nothing new coming out. We don't have any new raids coming out and all that stuff. It's kind of like the experiment So, and if it honestly, if it fucking sucks, they'll probably revert the change for the next for 11.0. You know, so
I mean, if they even keep it, I mean, if it's just a
well, it says that it's going to be for season 4 and 11.0.
oh, I see.
It's what they said. So whether or not it sticks is going to be dependent on how successful it is, obviously.
Yeah.
So if it's not, then yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting.
Interesting.
It'll be neat to see. So that's kind of all the stuff I had. I don't think there's really much else really going on. I'm glad we kind of waited and kind of come up with that, kind of kept everything
Worked out.
together. Take some time off, let some news build up, actually have some good discussion
Let
about
some
stuff.
news build up.
Yeah, you gotta let that news build up. So, all right. Well, I think that'll kind of wrap it up then.
We did it.
Thank you everybody for listening. You can check us out at serverrestartin.com and probably catch us back here next week. Bye.
Bye.
Prepare for battle, we're diving into a world unknown where legends begin. Jim, Christine, and Brian.